President Trump's special envoy for Russia and Ukraine suggests European states won't be taking part in peace talks. It comes as President Zelensky called on Europe to create its own army.
And I really believe that time has come. The armed forces of Europe must be created.
Emotional scenes after 3 Israeli hostages are released by Hamas after almost 500 days in captivity. Jubilant crowds welcome home hundreds of Palestinian prisoners freed by Israel as part of the ceasefire deal. A British couple held in Iran have been named as Craig and Lindsay Foreman. And here in the UK, police begin a murder investigation after a woman in her 40s is shot outside a pub in Kent.
Let's have a look at the front of today's newspapers. The Times leads with comments from the US Vice President J.D. Vance, in which he claimed Europe's greatest threat, he said, came from within, rather than from Russia or China. He was speaking at the Munich Security Conference and accused European governments, including the UK, of retreating from their values and ignoring voter concerns on things like migration and free speech.
I understand his speech went down like a lead balloon. With the delegates there.
Yeah, there were some stony faces, weren't there, in that room?
You can see the Daily Mirror is marking 5 years since the death of the television presenter Caroline Flack. It features an interview with her mother, Christine, who tells the paper her daughter has left a life-saving legacy by inspiring others to live. The Daily Express dedicates its front page to 13-year-old schoolboy Zach Eagling, who's launched a new campaign aimed at improving public transport for people with wheelchairs.
And on the BBC News website, an unusual story, a ban on wearing swimwear in public places for tourists in the Portuguese city of Albufeira. They have new plans out, and they say that anyone who's wearing a bikini or doesn't have a shirt on, if they're not on the beach, could be fined up to €1,500.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get it.
Sort of feels like common decency if you're not on the beach. If you're in a sort of restaurant or bar,
put something on. Yeah,
just put something on.
Yeah. What have you seen on the inside?
Something that we all know and we sort of all ignore. When you're using your smartphone and you're kind of leaning down, this text neck, they're calling it. And it's because we know your head's quite heavy, but most of the time you don't really feel it, right? So they're saying on average that a head weighs about 5 kilograms, but you sort of don't feel it because all the weight goes down.
There's no way my head weighs 5 kilos.
Is it full of fresh
I've got
air?
such a...
Is that right?
We'll talk later.
But then when you're
I'll show you exactly what my head is.
Shall I weigh it? When you're leaning forward and you've got your kind of head down, they say the weight of your head goes up even more. It's
because of gravity.
Yeah, because of gravity. So it's the equivalent.
I pulled that out of my vacuous head then.
They say it's £48. So £11 when it's upright, £48 when you're leaning forward, and therefore it's putting all that strain on the back of your neck.
Haven't they given that a slightly different angle to the one you've taken?
Well, no, they say that most people are scrolling. It's a bit early to remind people that 60% of people scroll through their phone while they're on the loo. That's the thing that the story is. So not only are you on the loo scrolling, your head's leaning forward as well.
Wrong.
It is very wrong. But
I'm not going to ask.
So increased mechanical load on the spine leading to muscle fatigue, discomfort and chronic pain. Just don't do it. And wash your hands.
Just don't take your phone into the toilet.
Well, there is that too.